This is for the Bella's Bargain Patriotic Subscriber Challenge. And here are the items that are required for the challenge. The chalkboard tags, the rhinestone. Yes, I see you, Dave. The rhinestone ribbon and a tray. We are allowed to use 3 additional items. For my 3 additional items, I chose to use a pair of kitchen shears, some Power Tack industrial glue, and for the 3rd item, it's between a bandana that I purchased at Dollar Tree or using a blue acrylic paint pen. And I'm going to consult with my fur supervisor on that. Which one, Dave? Marker or the fabric? Lay on whichever one. Both of them. Well, you're more on the fabric than the marker, so I'm going to go with fabric. For where to cut the rhinestones, I turned it upside down and then laid it on the back and then kind of eyeballing it to see where to cut. On the inside, I decided to make a representation of a flag. So right now I'm working on the stars over on the left-hand side. To cut these apart, I found it's best to work up like about, cut up between each row around 3 or 4 and try to hold it together and then cut each one of them, cut straight across so they come off so you don't have to cut each one individually. To push these over to the side, I've been using the tip of the scissors. As you can see, I've cleaned it off a couple times. Pushing these over and then put down like a little bit of line of glue and then push some more over, and I'm going to do that until I have what would represent the 50 states in blue. This is once I nudged all the rhinestones into place, and somewhat like the stars on the flag. Just as an aside, I'm probably going to have nightmares about little blue spiders because that's what this reminded me of. Here is the progress so far. On those strips, I cut them down to 2 rows, and I have 4 rows of the red and 4 rows of the silver. For the top, I'm going to do the same as far as doing 2 rows, but I'm going to use the edge of the flag as the guide and then cut the rhinestones down. I'm not sure how many. This is the flag portion completed. I've been playing around with these chalkboard hearts to see how I want to do them. I've tried putting them upside down, maybe putting them on the ends, trying to use them as little legs. They're kind of big. With being so big, they're kind of out of proportion. I don't know if I like that or not. I'm going to have to play around some more and figure out what I'm going to do. To decorate the sides, I am going to cut out some of the words from the bandana and glue them on the tray, and cut out this USA here and put it on each of the wooden hearts. I cut off pieces of the bandana and glued it down to the little tray. I tried putting it on the wood as opposed to the fabric. On the front here, I put some rhinestones as well. It's Liberty. On this side, I didn't put it. On the sides, I didn't put any rhinestones, and I had to cut the star for Land of the Free in half, and then cut out the established 1776, and then put that over the edge. On this side, I put Celebrate and put some rhinestones on the end. On this side, I had cut up the Let Freedom Ring and glued it on. Now I'm working on some fabric type beads and cut some strips into these little diagonals. I'm going to wrap it around the edge of the scissor here, starting with this end down to the small end, I'll put a little bit of glue once I get this wrapped here, and then roll it down to this end, and then put some glue on and hold it until it firms up a little bit. And then I've got 2 of these here done. Little kind of beads. I cut off pieces of the bandana and glued it down to the little tray. I tried putting it on the wood as opposed to the fabric. On the front here, I put some rhinestones as well. It's Liberty. On this side, I didn't put it. This is how I finished up making the beads. I only ended up using 3 of the fabric, and I made, just by rolling up, gluing on one end, rolling it, gluing at the end, a blue one, and a red one, a white one, and a blue one. And I used the twine from the hearts, and I actually glued it together and then twisted. I put glue on both ends, twisted. And down here too, I used glue on both ends. There's 2 in here. This is the finished one, and this is actually the back, but it's reversible. It could be used as a decoration. Let me come back over here. This is the front of it. And this is the USA, and there's the U, and I put some rhinestones on here. The S, I put the white and the red on the S, and this has red, white, and blue on the A. So this is the hanging attachment for the decoration. And here is the flag from a distance. I intend for it to be cell phones while they're charging, or remotes, something like that. But during the holidays, it can be used as a decoration.